the night to move.
Martha, don't you moan.
Boom, 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 boom. Now tell me what you gonna do when it ain't nowhere to run. When judgment comes for you, when judgment comes for you. Tell me what you gonna do when it ain't nowhere to hide. When judgment comes for you, 'cause it's gonna come for you.
Swinging it for Wally, easy season for Charlie. Little goofy guy's got him, and I'm gonna miss everybody out of rolling close. My gang looked at a while flag and played for dust, and they played too deep for being sad. Little legs I got too deep. Tell me your piece of the seats, would it please? Marry me by my grand, when you can't go follow
God bless you, working on a plan to heaven. Follow the Lord all 24/7 days. God is who we praise, even though the devil's all up in my face, but he keeping me safe and in my place. Say grace to the gates we race, without a chance to face the judge. And I got my soul with books, grudge because there's no mercy for thugs. Ooh, what can I do? It's all about the family and how we grow. Can I get a witness? Let it unfold. We live in our lives to eternal our soul. Hey, hey.
And we're praying, we're praying, we're praying, we're praying. Every day, every day, every day, every day. And we're praying, we're praying, we're praying, we're praying. Still with lace. Now follow me, Rosto. Whether it's tell or it's savage, gonna take a visit to the people that's long gone there. While he's a terrible. Instead of keeping up with family, exactly how many days we got lasting? While you laughing, we're passing the way. So gonna rest our souls, 'cause I know I'ma meet you up at the crossroads. Y'all know if I ever got love with them both thugs, baby.
Long gone, really wish you could come home. But when it's time to die, gotta go bye-bye. All the little thug could do was cry, cry. Why they kill my dog? Yeah, man, I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all. And he shouldn't be gone in front of his home. When they did, the boo was wrong. Who's so wrong, who's so wrong? Gotta hold on, gotta stay strong. When it comes, better believe on. Gotta show that you can lean on, lean on.
And we pray, we pray, we pray, we pray. Every day, every day, every day, every day. And we pray, we pray, we pray, we pray. Every day. See you at the crossroads, crossroads. See you at the crossroads, crossroads. See you at the crossroads, crossroads. See you at the crossroads, crossroads.
And I'm gonna miss everybody, and I'm gonna miss everybody. And I'm gonna miss everybody, and I'm gonna miss everybody, and I'm gonna miss everybody. And I'm gonna miss everybody.
Living in a hateful world, sending me straight, that's how we roll. Living in a hateful world, sending me straight, that's how we roll. Living in a hateful world, sending me straight, that's how we roll. Now that's in a good little wire side, he told me we lived it
What's up with that money, y'all? See my bigger cousin was home. Somebody really wrong. Everybody wanna test us down. And this leads instead of easy to fall. And nobody sitting there cause he intended on that they didn't win any. Wanna come again, again and again. Now tell me what you gonna do.
Can somebody, anybody tell me why? Hey, can somebody, anybody tell me why? We die, we die. I don't wanna die. Ooh, so wrong.
His name is synonymous with blues. His music made him one of the most iconic figures in his genre. He is cemented as a legend. And yet, very little is known about Robert Johnson. 29 songs, 2 verified photographs, and hundreds of unanswered questions. Johnson's life, his story, and his artistry is wrapped in mystery to this day, but his music resonates with millions. However, Johnson wasn't always a brilliant musician. In fact, he was considered to be relatively untalented, even up until his early 20s. Allegedly, he improved rapidly on the guitar. So much so that a legend was born that Johnson sold his soul to the devil so that he could become a master of the guitar. Johnson passed away under mysterious circumstances at 27 years old, giving birth to the infamous 27 Club and adding yet another question mark onto his already confusing story. Robert was born on the 8th of May, 1911, to parents Julia Dodds and Noah Johnson in Hazelhurst, Mississippi. His mother had already given birth to 10 kids with her husband Charles, but Robert was born out of wedlock, illegitimately, and had a father who he most likely never met or spoke to. His stepfather, Charles, was a reasonably successful landowner, but after getting into a dispute with a lynch mob, he was forced to move to Memphis, and Robert would eventually be sent there to live with him until he was around 8 or 9 years old. At that age, he moved back to Mississippi to live with his mother and her new husband, Dusty Willis. In his teenage years, Robert began to gain an interest in music and dabbled in some different aspects of it. He learned the basics of the guitar from one of his brothers, and he was cited as being a talented harmonica player. We can also assume that he was writing songs and singing during this time. But all of this wasn't very appealing to his new stepfather, who wanted him to work on the plantation fields. This would lead to a conflict between the two, and while he was still a teenager, Robert would try and find his own freedom and independence. This started when he was 19. He married a 16-year-old Virginia Travis on the 17th of February, 1929, but unfortunately, she would die a year later while giving birth. Robert was now a 20-year-old widow with a stepfather he didn't like, a father he never met, and a wife who had just passed away. And lest we forget, he was an African-American man living in the South in the early 20th century. Basically, Robert had an intense childhood, and his adult life wasn't looking very good either. At this stage, all Robert really had was his music. It was around this time that legendary blues icon Son House moved to a town that was near where Robert lived. All of a sudden, a lost and impressionable Robert Johnson was listening to one of the greatest blues artists of his generation perform live every week at the local juke joint. At this point, Robert had some musical ability, but it was mainly at the previously mentioned harmonica, so he wasn't considered talented enough to perform at these establishments, but during the breaks, Johnson would ask if he could play their guitars. In one of the most famous interviews ever given about Robert Johnson, Son House states that he was terrible and that he was often asked to stop playing.
He'd follow me and Willie around on Saturday night, Willie Brown. And every time we stopped for rest and sit at a little guitar over in the corner or something and go out to catch air, get the guitar and be trying to play it and be just noising the people, And the folks would come out and say, why don't some of y'all go in there and meet that boy, get that thing down, he's running us crazy.
Johnson may have been in the correct environment to observe the music he wanted to play, but because of his lack of resources and the ridicule he was subjected to when he attempted to perform, he was in the wrong environment to learn. This may have been the reason he left. He did remarry in 1931, but that didn't stop him from traveling around the South for about a year. This is a confusing space of time that is responsible for many of the myths revolving around Johnson. Some people speculated that he left to try and find his biological father, while others believed that he was exclusively focusing on improving his craft. But the other theory, and strangely the most popular one, is that Robert Johnson made a deal with the devil. The story goes that Robert Johnson went to a local Crossroads with his guitar before midnight. He started playing his songs, and at midnight, the devil appeared. The devil took the guitar and tuned it, played a song, and gave it back to Johnson. This was the transaction, the turning point for Johnson as a musician. He had given up his soul to the devil himself and was a master of guitar. But with this, his soul was doomed to hell and an untimely demise was in his future. The reason people believe that this is what happened is because of a man named Liddell Johnson, who in 1971 said that this was the way to sell your soul and that his brother Tommy had actually done this. There was no relation between Tommy and Robert, but that didn't stop people from taking this tale and attaching it to Robert's name.
Robert Johnson is considered one of the greatest blues artists of all time.
It's the template for what became rock and roll. I believe Robert Johnson was extremely talented, extremely gifted, and way off balance. Something's spinning strangely in that man's life. Robert was a novice guitar player, not very good.
This man was a nobody.
And then he disappears. A year and a half later, he's doing things with the guitar that even his mentors can't do. How could Robert possibly have gotten that good that fast?
The myth goes, Robert went to Crossroads, got down on his knees, handed his guitar to the devil. The devil said, once you receive this guitar back, your soul is mine.
If you do make a deal with the devil, you're gonna have to pay the price.
It ended up costing him, the bill coming due.
He let his arrogance go too far.
We all have to choose how much we can sacrifice in order to achieve greatness.
Well, Mary, oh, Mary, don't you tell the Martha not to mourn. Martha, don't you mourn. Pharaoh's army, you know they've been drowned, singing Mary, tell the Martha not to mourn. Martha, don't you mourn.
Boom, 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 boom. Now tell me what you gonna do when it ain't nowhere to run. When judgment comes for you, when judgment comes for you. Tell me what you gonna do when it ain't nowhere to hide. When judgment comes for you, 'cause it's gonna come for you.
Looking at for water, easy see something Charlie. Little booby guy's got him, and I'm gonna miss everybody out of roll and flow. My gang looked at a wild flag and played for dust, and they played too deep for being sad. Little legs I got to be. Tell me your feature deceased, would it please? Marry me by my grand, when you can go follow
God bless you, working on a plan to heaven. Follow the Lord all 24/7 days. God is who we praise, even though the devil's all up in my face, but it's keeping me safe and in my place. Say grace to the gates we race without a chance to face the judge. And it gets my soul with buzz. Grudge because there's no mercy for thugs. Ooh, what can I do? It's all about the family and how we grow. Can I get a witness? Let it unfold. We live in our lives, so we turn our soul. Hey,
Now follow me, road stroll, whether it's tell or it's savage. Let's go take a visit to the people that's long gone there. While he's there, terrible. Instead of keeping up with family, exactly how many days we got lasting? While you laughing, we're passing the way. We gonna rest our souls, 'cause I know I'ma meet you up at the crossroads. Y'all know never ever got love in them both thugs, baby.
I need a new job.
Oh my God. We're back. O'Connell.
tired eyes. I'll soon be with you, my love. Give you my dawn surprise. I'll be with you, darling, soon. I'll be with you when the stars start falling. I've been waiting so long to be where I'm going, in the sunshine of your love. I'm with you, my love, the light shining through on you. Yes, I'm with you, my love. It's the morning and just we two. I'll stay with you, darling, now. I'll stay with you till my seas are dried up. I've been waiting so long to be where I'm going, in the sunshine of your love. My love, the light shining through on you. Yes, I'm with you, my love. It's the morning and just we two. I'll stay with you, darling, now. I'll stay with you till my seas are dried up. Been waiting so long. I've been waiting so long. I've been waiting so long to be where I'm going, in the sunshine of
your love.